Paramore singer Hayley Williams is making some waves on social media after calling out her former bandmate, Josh Farro, someone who is a co-writer on many of Paramore's biggest songs, as I'm sure a lot of you know. Now, this was in response to a comment on social media that is essentially claiming that Paramore fell off after their album Brand New Eyes, which understandably Hayley Williams took exception to, but then she kind of goes in on Josh Farro as her explanation as to why you shouldn't be riding as hard for those songs, kind of is the way I took it. I could be wrong. But she definitely just threw him out there in response to this fan, which I thought was really interesting. Now for me, I am more partial to the earlier Paramore records, everything from All We Know Is Falling, of course, Riot, and Brand New Eyes. That for me, I'm just biased in favor of hard rock, but I've listened to all their other albums as well, and it's genuinely good music. It's just not something that I prefer. And I believe Hayley Williams is a true artist. She's a hell of a songwriter, incredible singer. So I think for them, they're just gonna do artistically what they wanna do. It's not necessarily they abandoned that sound, and to me, more so they just evolved, and that's fine. Now, as for kind of trashing the former bandmate, I don't know. I haven't kept up with him really, and as to whether or not he's been calling them out or anything and sort of where that comes from. So let's take a look at what Hayley Williams had to say in response to this comment, and then we'll look at that and talk about it further. So this all went down in the comments on a post by Ghost Killer Entertainment on Instagram, and it's a hilarious meme they shared. It got like over 200,000 likes, and it's the cast of whatever that vampire movie was that Paramore wrote Decode to. What is that shit called? This Is Not My Thing. Anyways, you've got Robert Pattinson there from the series, and this is doing two things at once. It's saying, I miss old Paramore. Paramore was related to this movie franchise, but also they kind of look like Paramore. And then obviously a shit ton of people miss old Paramore, as I'm sure you can imagine. So check this out from this vampire movie that I still can't remember what it's called. It's driving me nuts. But here is what Hayley Williams says in the comments, and she just kind of throws Josh Farro under the bus in the comments. Check this out. Now, first she points out that she's been on social media hiatus, and this is the first thing she sees. She writes, "Tell me why I've only been back on IG for 24 hours, and this is on my For You page." Let me get up in these comments for a second. And that she did, folks. So she responds to a fan who writes, "All We Know, GOAT album, Riot, Brand New Eyes," and then they slick fell off after that, not gonna lie. And she responded to that. She says, "Ooh, baby love, it's gonna be all right. When you learn half those songs were co-written by a homophobe, it may help you let go a little bit more. Give part 2 from self-titled record a try. It's at least a little more early Paramore coded." Now, back in 2020, Hayley appeared to reference him in a separate tweet. She wrote this at the time, appearing to allude to him on social media. She said, "There's a reason there are only 3 people left in Paramore. Surprise, haters, it ain't 'cause of me." Paramore do not condone religiously and / politically dogmatic beliefs which leave our LGBTQ plus friends, fans, and family feeling abandoned and hopeless. This was apparently in response to comments left by Farro on social media. Though in the years since his departure from Paramore, Josh has mostly stayed quiet about his tenure in the band. What's clear from all of this is that it's extremely unlikely that Josh Farro will ever be a member of Paramore again. Paramore, even though they've changed away from their sound, their original sound, they're still a very, very successful band, and I'm sure they'll continue to be, but if I had it my way, they would go back to like that Riot era sound. I just love that record so much. That's your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates.